Radiant and Resilient is about mindset and faith to break paradigms and overcome challenges in our life. Because when the mind, body, and spirit are aligned, we literally radiate from the inside out. I'm Kay Vasquez. Let's dive in. On my journey as a functional medicine practitioner, diving into self-development and with this new age movement, there's a lot of talk about healing self. Like, I healed myself, right? But on this journey, what I've learned is that, yes, I've done a lot of work on myself. I've done a lot of healing, but ultimately, God is the great physician. God is the healer. And I do believe that we are presented with people and circumstances, with things to help us to heal. I truly believe there's a reason that God created plants with medicinal properties. Because even though we are spiritual beings having a spiritual experience in a human body in this physical realm, we're still going to experience physical ailments. If you are currently struggling with some kind of symptom, some kind of physical imbalance, some kind of disease, some kind of ailment, and you've been seeking the answer for a long time, you've been going to multiple doctors, trying to figure out what's going on and how to get rid of it, I can totally relate to you. And that was literally my journey. I've shared a little bit about this on the podcast, how I experienced migraines from an early age. It started when I was in elementary school. And at the time, the doctors thought it was just due to low blood sugar. They told my mom that I'd make sure she has snacks. Make sure she has snacks, make sure she's hydrated. And I did that. And then I developed this belief that if I didn't eat at a specific time, I was going to get a migraine. If I didn't eat within a certain time frame, I was going to get a migraine. I became so consumed with following a schedule, following a regimen to make sure that I got in enough food in a day. I wasn't the best at hydrating, but I did the best that I could just to prevent migraines. But as I got older, I realized it was so much more than that. And when I went to the doctors again, when I was in college, because it became more frequent, they're like, oh, it's just stress. But no one really taught me how to adapt to stress. Instead, they wanted to prescribe me antidepressants, anti-anxiety medications, medications for pain, medications to prevent the migraines from happening. But no one could really help me get to the root cause. It was just to manage the migraine. If you're currently experiencing something and you've been seeking for a long time, you've been seeking the answer, I hear you, I feel you, I've been there before, because not only did Western medicine not help me, I jumped into functional medicine, made a lot of lifestyle tweaks with my diet, started incorporating more self-care, slowing down, yoga, meditation, getting good quality sleep, even cutting back on intense exercise. And while I started to feel better physically, I had more energy, digestive issues went away, my skin cleared up, a lot of things went away, the migraine still didn't go away. Then there was a period of my life where I resorted to plant medicine because I've been working on my mindset, I was working on my physical health, and I just didn't know what else to do. So I did an ayahuasca journey, I dove into using psilocybin and different plant medicines to see if I could get to the root cause. Even though I did get to experience God, and I felt like He did reveal a lot through those plant medicines, God also revealed that I didn't need the plant medicine to connect with Him. So it's been a wild, crazy journey of seeking the answers outside of me, only to lead me back to seeking God first. That I didn't need anything outside of me to connect with Him and to discover the answer. And once I finally did, He revealed to me that I was resisting the migraine and that the migraine was here to teach me. I shared this with you because my husband and I recently caught up on the Chosen series. And if you haven't watched that series yet, I highly recommend check it out. I'll link it in the show notes below. You can create an account. You can access the videos for free. And if you're feeling called, you can even provide a donation. But the Chosen series has been so powerful to watch because I'm a visual person. I like to connect visually. I love reading the Bible, but seeing how the scenes play out anchor in the messages so much more. And the first time I watched the Chosen series was last year. That was when I had invested in 3 different masterminds and I had maxed out all my credit cards, put the business into debt, and I felt like I hit rock bottom. That I didn't know what to do. I just felt lost. I felt disconnected. I felt defeated. I didn't understand why I invested so much. Instead of having a successful business, I was now in debt. So that led me on a journey to just seeking more of God. I jumped into a small group, and during this small group, God revealed to me I hadn't fully surrendered the business to God. And during that time, I also watched the Chosen series, which just helped me learn so much. And He revealed to me I was resisting the migraines. So as we caught up on this recent series, season 4, I forget which episode it was initially, where little James, one of the disciples, is watching Jesus perform miracles left and right all around him. Strangers are being healed. People that you think shouldn't deserve to be healed were being healed, but because they had faith. And so he's watching all these people getting healed. And of course, he's experiencing his own pain, his own physical suffering, his own physical ailment or disability, whatever it is. He is experiencing so much pain that he walks with a cane every single day. But he never once asked Jesus, can you heal me? Can you heal me? But deep down inside, he's wondering, why hasn't Jesus healed me? He's healing all these strangers, but he hasn't healed me, and I'm the one who left everything behind to follow him. So in season 4, something happens to another disciple where Jesus didn't step in and perform a miracle. And of course, he's wrestling with his faith, wondering why he didn't perform this miracle. And even though little James still wonders why he hasn't been healed, it made me realize that I truly believe that God is the great physician, that God and Jesus have the power and the authority to get rid of all disease, to get rid of all suffering. But while we are here as spiritual beings, having a spiritual experience in a human body, we still experience suffering. We still experience disease. We still experience symptoms and ailments and physical imbalances. As I reflect back on my journey, I too had the same question, like, God, why? Why am I the one experiencing migraines? Like, why me? Why is this happening to me? And it's so easy to question God, like, why am I going through this? Why do I have this? But a better question is, what can I learn from this? I understand this is what I'm experiencing in my body, but why is this here, God? What is this here to teach me? What can I learn from this? Once I started shifting the question to, what is this teaching me? What can I learn from this? That's when God revealed the answer. He told me, instead of resisting it, to lean into it because it's here to teach me. And I learned so much because what the migraines taught me was that I was living in this constant state of survival, needing approval and validation, like I needed to do more and achieve more to feel like I was enough, to feel like I was worthy. So I was trying to prove myself when God wanted to show me that I didn't need to prove myself. He wanted to show me who He created me to be, that I was enough, that I was worthy, that I didn't have to hustle and grind, that I didn't have to learn all these different modalities to help people heal, because I'm not the healer. He is. He is the healer. But He wants to use me as a vessel to help guide people back to Him, back to the real source of healing, which is love. But in order for me to do that, I had to return to love first. I had to experience God's love, embody God's love. Then therefore, I could extend that love. Because I really truly believe love is the frequency of healing. So I feel like the reason a lot of us experience physical disease, imbalances, ailments, whatever you want to call it, is because we're disconnected from love and peace. Because we're seeking it outside of ourselves, when in reality, it only comes from God. If we seek God first, seek His kingdom, open our hearts to allow ourselves to receive His love, to receive His peace, let go of everything that is not who we are, let go of that external validation, the need to do more, to achieve more, and really listen to who God is saying who we are. So we are filled with His peace, filled with His love. That's when we can heal. I share this with you because, yes, God allows us to experience suffering because He gave us free will. He didn't want to control us. He wanted us to make the decision to seek more of Him, to seek a relationship with Him, to seek His love. And I'm so grateful for it. I'm so grateful looking back that I did experience the migraines, that I went on this crazy wild journey seeking more, only to realize that the answer to why I had the migraine wasn't outside of me. The answer, the solution to healing wasn't outside of me. It was seeking God the whole time. And I wasn't seeking Him fully. I wasn't surrendering my will to His will fully. I wasn't living in a state of peace and love and gratitude and joy, which comes from God. I was trying to get that outside of me. And that was the biggest lesson that He taught me. When it comes to healing, ask yourself, do you feel peace and love and gratitude? Are you connected to God? Are you allowing God to pour in peace, love, and gratitude into your life, into your heart, into your soul, into your mind? Are you embodying peace, love, and gratitude? Are you extending peace, love, and gratitude? Because if you're not, that's probably why you're experiencing something physical in your body. Because there is a disconnect. All God wants is for you to live an incredible life, to feel your best. But know that when there's a disconnect from God, we're going to feel it. We're going to feel it physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And a lot of times that disconnect comes from the spiritual battle. And so if you haven't listened to it, I talk about the spiritual battle that's happening. There's a couple episodes and how to recognize the spiritual battle, what to do when you're in the spiritual battle. Because I really truly believe that that is the missing piece. That is the key to healing that a lot of practitioners don't talk about because they're not aware. They're only focused on the physical, what we need to do to change our lifestyle, what supplement to take, what tests we need to take to figure out the root cause, when in reality, the tests don't really show the root cause. They show what's wrong. So you have to dig deeper to get to the root. And a lot of time it's mental, emotional, but it's coming from a spiritual place. Yes, there's a lot of things outside of us that are affecting us physically in today's world. And I do believe it's for a purpose, to create disease, like food and toxins, infections, things like that. But if we're also living in a state of fear, which is spiritual, because fear doesn't come from God, comes from the enemy, that's also going to affect us physically. So we need to be aware of it. We need to guard our heart, guard our mind. So if you haven't yet, go back and listen to the episodes on the spiritual battle and how to fight those, so you are aware and you can reconnect yourself back to God. So you can experience His love, embody that love, and then therefore extend that love. Because when you are in that place, I truly believe that's when we heal. So if this episode really resonates with you, there are some takeaways, I'd love to hear from you. Send me a message on Instagram at the Kate Vasquez. And in the meantime, keep tuning in as I continue to share my insights, my stories, because that is my purpose, is to remind you of the great physician that's here, that loves you, that cares for you, that wants so much more for you, but you have to seek him first. He's waiting for you. Just like he was waiting for me, he's waiting for you. And because I sought God for the answer, for the healing, for the peace, for the love, it has changed so much of my life. I wouldn't be here, the woman I am today, without that. And that's exactly what I want for you as well. And when we do that, that's when we become radiant and resilient.